law is an illusion. In the system, there are no cops, no judges, only executioners. What is justice without the just? Breach and clear the apartment.
Please help! What did they promise you? Freedom, family. The system knows you're one of us.
Prosecuted with strong prejudice. Consciousness transfer approved.
No!
Multiple gang units converging on your position. Wipe the drive and reboot the block.
What did they promise you? Freedom, family. The system knows you're one of us.
Because everything on the outside would kill us. We're like crabs in a barrel, fighting to get to the top. Pulled down by everyone else. By justice that only knows how to place its boot on your neck. By outlaws that couldn't care less if you lived or died. You want another way to survive? You fight. Fight like a starving dog. I kneel.
DEFECT is one of those games that instantly grabs your attention the moment you see it in motion. The tone, the atmosphere, the scale, it all feels like a shot of adrenaline straight into a cyberpunk world that's actually trying something different. This isn't just another team shooter or extraction clone. DEFECT is shaping up to be a tense squad-based objective shooter that drops you into the last city of mankind, a dystopian nightmare ruled by an authoritarian AI known only as the system. In this world, everything is about control versus chaos. You choose your side, fight as part of the system's cold mechanical police force, or align yourself with rogue officers and street gangs trying to wrestle power back from the machines. Every faction feels distinct, not just in style and tone, but in how you approach objectives. And these objectives aren't just static checkpoints or kill quotas. They're dynamic missions with shifting goals. You might start off smuggling weapons through a neon-soaked back alley, only to have to assassinate a target or take down a rival squad before extraction. Each match unfolds differently. Teams of 4 are dropped into an environment where every corner could turn into a firefight, every pickup could change the flow of combat. You'll be forced to adapt, think tactically, and work closely with your squad if you want to survive. There's no running and gunning your way to victory here. It's about coordination, timing, and smart use of tech. Before each mission, you and your team prepare in your squad car or gang hideout, gearing up and strategizing based on what objectives await. Once the match begins, you're on your own, cut off, surrounded, and fighting both the opposing squads and the chaos the city throws at you. One of the most exciting parts about DEFECT is how it blends its gameplay systems. It's being described as an immersive objective shooter, which means there's a clear focus on player agency, on objectives that evolve, and on encounters that play out organically. The maps feel alive. rain-slick streets, glowing signage, dense crowds, and an ever-present sense of surveillance. The system's drones and patrols can show up mid-mission, throwing unexpected chaos into the mix. The world isn't just a backdrop, it's a participant in every match. There's also a real emphasis on gear and customization. Weapons and technology define how you play, and scavenging during a match can completely change your loadout or strategy. You might find a high-tech rifle prototype that shifts the balance of power, or deployable gadgets that turn defense into offense. Even the smaller mechanics, like temporary boosts, ammo scarcity, or hacking opportunities, look designed to make each round unpredictable. It's not just about shooting well, it's about reacting fast and making decisions under pressure. And from what we've seen so far, DEFECT doesn't just rely on its gameplay loop to make an impression, it's the atmosphere that sells it. The city is drenched in that gritty cyberpunk feel, full of bright neon reflecting off steel and rain, but it also feels grounded, almost dirty. It's not the clean, polished cyber future we've seen in other games. This one feels alive, broken, and dangerous. The AI police, the underground gangs, the rebel elements, they all have this visual and thematic identity that immediately clicks. There is a deeper meta here too. Between matches, it seems players will have progression systems tied to factions, leveling up, unlocking new tech, and gaining influence across the city. The Steam description mentions overhauls to the classic tactical shooter formula, with matches that have multiple finales. That means one game might end in an all-out shootout on a rooftop, while another ends quietly after a successful infiltration. Those kinds of moments are what make games like this last. Unpredictability mixed with structure. And even though it's built around PvP, there's co-op as well. You can team up with friends to complete objectives and face other squads, or possibly take on AI-driven missions depending on how the final build shapes up. There's talk of being able to gear up before battle, modify your loadout mid-match, and collect resources that directly affect your squad's future runs. It's a small touch, but one that adds layers to what could otherwise just be another multiplayer game. The developers have been careful to point out that DEFECT isn't trying to be an extraction shooter, a hero shooter, or a military sim. It's something in between, a hybrid where tension, objectives, and immersion drive the experience. The PvP design lets players create their own stories each match without needing a scripted campaign. There's also a clear sense that DEFECT is built with replayability in mind. The way objectives change, how factions compete for control, and how you prep before each run. It all points toward a game that's going to evolve over time. Add to that the visual polish we've seen in early footage, gunplay that looks weighty and kinetic, destruction effects, and realistic lighting powered by Unreal Engine. And it's easy to see why people are paying attention.